How's everybody doing today? I'm doing quite great. So, the, yeah, tomorrow is going to be quite a significant day. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit worried about this election. Um, I really don't know what to say. I mean, it seems like the stakes are kind of high, even though, like, not much is really going to change. Well, I should rephrase that. So, um, I live in Pennsylvania, which is a swing state. So, I had a bit of an I really questioned myself. I had two choices. Either I throw my hands up and just vote for Biden because I actually have a legitimate reason to because I live in a swing state, or vote vote third party. Um, Now, voting for Biden is not necessarily support for Biden because I hate Joe Biden. I think he's a neoliberal shithead. He's basically a moderate right winger. So, I mean, it makes no sense that conservatives hate Joe Biden because Joe Biden's pretty conservative himself. I mean, it's funny when like I see all these advertisements of how Biden's going to ban fracking, and I mean, he is not. He said that he will not ban fracking, but it would be really fucking great if he did. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So, my logic when it comes to whether or not I should vote for Biden is, do I think that Biden is going to make things better for this country? The answer is, I really don't think so. I mean, he's gone on record, he said that nothing will fundamentally change. Also, I think the final nail in the coffin for me not voting for Biden was when he, like, not only like he during the Philadelphia riots, he had he made like a little, I think, like a message. He wrote something, and like he wrote a message, or like and the paragraph in the message that condemned the rioters was longer than the one that condemned the murder by the police officers. And that's when I really thought, is this the guy who we think is going to make enough meaningful change that it's even worth the vote for him at all? The answer, I really don't think so. Biden isn't really going to make much like genuine change, I don't think. I mean, listen, if Biden wins, I think maybe minorities will have like a bit of a better time under him than under Trump, but it's not like these problems just vanish because a new asshole's in office. It's not the case. And even still, you're still voting for like a rapist pedophile. Like, if you don't want to vote for someone who isn't a rapist or a pedophile, you're going to have to go third party because our two main candidates, you're fucking out of luck. Um, Now, like, a big thing is with like the ICE detention centers. Like, I mean, Biden's not going to abolish them. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to make the situation at ICE a bit better, but like, I mean, ICE was already really bad under Obama, and to be fair, it's a lot worse under Trump, but it's not, it's still going to be bad under Biden. And Biden and Trump's foreign policies, both of them are pretty much like just as bad. Like, they're pretty much like all both terrible. Like, I mean, there was a part of the debate where they were kind of like arguing over who would be harsher in foreign countries, which doesn't really give off a very comforting vibe, or really like it really doesn't like give me any hope for like foreign policy that's not going to get people fucking killed, because I'm sorry, that just fucking happens anyway. If Biden does win, which, I mean, the statistics say he probably will. Now, I understand that in 2016, like, everybody said that Trump had no chance of winning. So I really want to like explain this. I want to like really like get this through people's heads. So some of the polls, so the most accurate poll that I use for the election and predicting it is 538.com. 538 put Donald Trump at a 28% chance of winning in 2016. Now, Some people would say Trump won, so the poll is wrong. However, there were people on this website saying that Trump still had a chance to win, and that's what happened. Now, people have explained that these polls are usually absolutely accurate. They're probably the most accurate they ever could be. These election polls, they are accurate. The people on the news were the ones saying that Donald Trump had no chance of winning. Though, like the celebrities, they were all the ones that were saying Donald Trump had no chance of winning. The people making the polls were not saying that. They said Donald Trump had less of a chance to win than Hillary Clinton, and he did, but he still won. That statement's wrong. It just means he was less likely, and the less likely outcome happened. 28% just means it's going to happen 28 out of 100 times. The poll isn't wrong if you get the 28%. Like, if you basically it's like flipping a coin like twice and getting heads both times. I mean, that's not something that's unlike. I mean, sure, it's not. I mean, sure, it's only a 25% chance of happening, but like, it still can happen. Um, yeah, that's a big thing I want to explain. However, Trump's chances of winning in 2020 are like are much lower. Like, they are so much lower than they were in 2016. As of right now, I believe Trump has a 10% chance of winning 2020, which means he can still win. We can guarantee these. This time they've really tried to emphasize that these polls are accurate, and they've said yes, Trump can still win, but he has a 10% chance of doing it. So, like, you run the election 1 in 10 times, Trump will win. 9 in 10 times, Biden will win. But the website did go out of its way to say that with how the country is counting votes, it's very unlikely that the election will be finished tomorrow at November 3rd. It's probably going to take a week before the election is actually finished, which I can only imagine is going to, all hell is going to break loose. Like, no matter what happens, there's going to be a lot of violence. So be careful out there, because with the way things are looking, this election is going to make Bush v. Gore look like a fucking joke. Like, this is really fucking big. And I mean, Trump has kind of wavered around the question that he doesn't quite like answering, and that's, will he commit to a peaceful transfer of power? Kind of hasn't really answered that question or given it a clear answer. So that kind of worries me. And when he praises terrorists that are going out of their way and terrorizing Biden campaign buses off the highway, when he praises them, it makes me pretty worried. So yeah, yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So if you're wondering if the answer, does voting for Trump make me a bad person? Well, okay, does voting for Trump make you a bad person? Honestly, I'm sorry, it kind of does. Most people aren't really that involved in politics, but I'm gonna keep this to my. But if you say you're voting for Trump or you say you support Trump, I'm gonna keep it in my head that you're probably not the best person. You're probably not a very good person. As for voting for Biden, more debatable. I still think Biden's a terrible person, albeit not as terrible as Trump. A lot of people say Biden's record is terrible or something, and it's I mean, it is. Yeah, he's racist as hell, but so is Trump. I mean, Trump's record is fucking horrible too, and so is Biden's. So you're really out of luck here. So I don't think voting for Biden makes you a bad person. If you vote for Biden because you think it's going to do genuine harm reduction, and I can understand that, that's fine. I can understand it. But if you're enthusiastically voting for Biden or enthusiastically supporting him, I'm gonna have to have some I'm really gonna have to question that, because that's very questionable. So yeah, I voted for Howie Hawkins. I wrote his name in the ballot because my state had one where he was taken off the ballot. Fucking democracy or some shit. So yeah, fucking hell. That's pretty much it. Um, I think this election's gonna be a big one. There's gonna be a lot of chaos. Um, so This is the calm before the storm, the one last normal day. Like if you could call any day in this year normal, honestly, like I don't think you could call a single day in 2020 normal. But this is about as normal as it's gonna get before shit really goes down. So take a breather. The election's not gonna be until like I don't know, like maybe like another like probably like another like uh fucking like 24 hours or some shit. The election's really not going to start until like another 24 hours. So calm down, take a breath, and just wait and see what happens. See what happens. If this country breaks into civil war, um, I guess you're going to need to break out those bunkers for when you thought there was going to be a fucking nuclear war from Iraq. So, or fucking whatever. So, I mean, you're going to have to break out one of those and hide in there for like the next like fucking I don't know 2 years or so. Uh, yeah. Uh, Goodbye.